So, hello and welcome everyone. Today, I, Satya Saran, on behalf of Aarambh Academy, have brought an episode or let's say a session for you on guesstimates. So, running down to it quickly, what are guesstimates? Guesstimates, just like case interviews, are basically a test for you to show your structured thinking when you are under a pressured or high pressure environment. That is your Bschool interviews. What they bank on is that you will not know a lot about guesstimates because these are things that are expected out of a corporate employee or someone who is appearing for a corporate interview, and they try to, and the main attempt is to shock you and try to see who the real you is, whether the real you is good with structures or not. Okay, so taking a look at why guesstimates matter, first of all, they of course matter in your MBA interviews. Apart from that, even after you qualify your MBA interviews and go into an MBA, guesstimates are asked in consulting and product based roles interviews, or even let's say the other processes that are there. Then in case competitions, you are supposed to find out the size of the market. That is guesstimate where you have more data. And even in real business, the knack of things, the understanding of the real market, the knack for numbers, the convention you build in your mind, these are the things that will help you in real businesses too. Okay, now what are the interviewers testing when they are taking a guesstimate from you or making you solve a guesstimate? First of all, they are not looking for the exact answer. They are not looking for whether you can memorize exact data or not. They are not looking for your general knowledge. What they are looking for is whether you are structured or not, whether you are able to segment the market or whatever there is in a logical manner or not, whether the assumptions that you took, they are clear, whether you are good with numbers, and whether you are confident. If you are mixed with these, if the mix of these five elements in you is good, you are going forward in a guesstimate session. Now, what is a guesstimate exactly? It is a structured estimate of an unknown number using logical assumptions. Okay. There are classical examples of this. So first is market sizing. So they can just ask you what are the number of shoes sold in Mumbai every year or every month. They can just ask you what are the number of shoes sold in Mumbai. Then you have to show your magic and work out the problem in a manner that is satisfactory to them. Then toll tax collected in India overall. Another one would be coffee consumption. Then digital YouTube ads per day that are shown on YouTube, or operation or weight of fries at McDonald's in a particular geography. These are the types of guesstimates that can be asked, but these are just examples. This is in no way an exhaustive list. Guesstimates can be much more simpler or even much more wide. Now, the only rule that we have is never jump into numbers. For example, if they ask you what is the number of shoes sold in Mumbai, don't just say, okay, sir, 5 lakh. I read somewhere it's 5 lakh. You should not do that. Even if you know the answer, keep it as a number in your mind that you have to arrive at, not as a total answer. Okay, always you have to clarify whether, for example, if they said Mumbai, then you have to ask them, sir, is it only Mumbai, or do I have to take into consideration the entire greater Mumbai area that includes a lot many districts? Then what is the time period? Is it annual, daily, or monthly? And then units. Are we taking a look at pairs of shoes or an individual shoe that is there? Okay. Now, how will you clarify? How will you think for a guesstimate? First, you have to clarify, okay, scope, like what is the scope of the problem, then units, and then geography. After that, you have to break down, segment the population or the process, then assume, take some assumptions. Of course, you have to ask the panel whether it is safe to assume that or not, or you have to just confirm with them that, sir or ma'am, I am assuming this number. In your opinion, is it right that I am assuming that, or should I modify this assumption a little bit? Then you'll simply calculate. You can round off numbers, you can do very simple dirty maths, all of that. And then finally, a simple sanity check. Okay. Now, how will you stand out? You have to speak while you're thinking. Okay, just to make a structure in 30-40 minutes, tell them what the structure is and then speak while you are thinking. Okay, segment smartly, break problems into mutually exclusive brackets. We will see what that is. Then keep the assumptions realistic. Your assumptions should not be otherworldly, they should not be wild. Stay very calm during the math. Most of us can make calculation errors when we are under pressure, and that is not something that you need to be ashamed of, and you have to end confidently. Okay, now from here on, we have done all the theory that was required. There is no theory that you need to understand for guesstimates. Now we'll start with some practice. Now, how this will work is, you have this problem. You will have to pause the screen for like 4-5 minutes. You have that much time. Try to do it on your own, and then I will give you a solution. You will benchmark your own solution with the solution that I gave you, and then you can maybe leave a comment that my solution was a bit different. It reached the same solution. Is my solution right or not? Okay, so go on now, pause this video and try to solve this guesstimate. Estimate the number of shoes sold in Mumbai in 1 year. Okay, your time starts now. You can always play this after 4 or 5 minutes. Now, hoping that you have reached to some solution, I will give you what the solution in my eyes would have been. First, you will have to clarify, okay, sir, if we are talking about Mumbai, what area of Mumbai? Okay, shoes in Mumbai, then sir, in what time? You would have asked them, sir, in what time frame? Then they would have told you 1 year. Okay, and then pairs or individual shoes, they would have told you pairs. Okay, when it comes to Mumbai, if you ask them, sir, Mumbai or Greater Mumbai, in this they gave the answer Mumbai. Okay, now you will break down the population. Okay, kids 0 to 15 will have, you will take out the population, it is 0.5 cr. Assuming that the total population of Mumbai is 2 cr, that is a safe assumption. Adults 15 to 16 is 65%, that is 1.3 cr, and elderly 60 plus is 10%, that is 0.2 cr. Okay. Now multiplying each population by a number of pairs that we assume that particular population header to have. So for example, kids have 2 pairs, adults have 3 pairs, and elderly have 1 pair. So we come to a number of 1 cr for kids, okay, 3.9 cr for adults, and 0.2 cr for elderly. Okay, the total number that we are getting is around this comes 4.15, around 5 cr, around 5 cr. Okay, now just doing a sanity check, 5 cr pairs divided by 2 cr people is 2.5 pairs per person. Is this a reasonable number? Yes. This is how we solve the guesstimate of number of shoes sold in Mumbai. Okay, I hope all of you are carrying along with the solution that I'm giving you. If any of you have any doubts, you can always leave them down in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to resolve it. Now, coming to the second guesstimate, again, you can pause your screen for 5 minutes, pause the video for 5 minutes, and then we will discuss what the solution is. So the question is, estimate the annual toll tax collection across the entirety of India. Annual toll tax collection in the entirety of India. Okay. Now your time starts now. Pause this for 5 minutes. I hope you were able to solve this. So guesstimates have two approaches, okay? Either a bottoms-up approach or a top-down approach. So in the bottoms-up approach, like the last time, we took a holistic view of Mumbai, 2 CR, and then divided it. Whereas a bottoms-up approach, you do it a little bit differently, okay? This time, we will estimate what the per plaza number is, and then we will go to the national level, okay? So in India, the number of toll plazas are 1,000. Vehicles per day in each plaza is 20,000, and average toll price is 100. Now, these are some wild assumptions, okay? Now, if you were sitting in a consulting interview when you are doing your MBA, this solution will not at all pass. Okay, you will have to do it a little bit differently. You will have to estimate the total number of highways that are there, length of each average length of highway, average distance at which the toll plazas are placed, and then from there, number of vehicles in India, and then number of vehicles passing each and every toll plaza. You will have to do more mathematics, you will have to do more segmentation, but because this is an MBA entrance interview, the solution is much simpler. So the simple formula can be number of toll plazas multiplied by the number of vehicles that go per toll plaza multiplied by the number or the amount of money that each and every vehicle is paying. So when we come to calculations, daily 20,000 vehicles are paying 100 rupees in toll, that is 20 lakhs. Annually, that comes out to be 73 CR. Okay, and that is per toll plaza. Okay, and then because there are 1,000 toll plazas, you multiply by multiply that by 1,000, you get 73,000 CR. Now I hope that your solution was also similar to mine. If it was something different and you think that your solution was some way closer or maybe better, you can always reach out to me in the comments. Now coming to the next guesstimate at hand. Again, you'll have to pause this for 5 minutes. Estimate the coffee consumption in Mumbai per day. Okay. Coffee consumption in Mumbai per day. Your time starts now. Pause this for 5 minutes. Now, considering I hope you might all have some solution in your hands. So first, again, we will clarify the scope. We know it is for Mumbai and Mumbai only, not Greater Mumbai, for 1 day. And we are talking about the number of cups, not in liters or maybe the tonnage of coffee beans. So, so what we will do is we will simply take a very simple assumption. Uh, so I think the step two is missing here. The step two was simply that we are taking the population of daily drinkers because we are assuming that the people who are drinking coffee daily are much more, exponentially more than the number of people who drink coffee occasionally. Okay, so we take that number to be 0.65 cr, multiply that by 1.5 cups a day on average, that comes to be around 0.975 cr. And now the number of people who are not drinking coffee regularly, are drinking that at very sparse intervals, those will be equivalent to an error in this amount. We can round that off to 1 CR. Okay. Now 1 CR divided by 2 CR total population comes out to be 0.5 CR per person per day. So it is safe to say that 1 crore cups of coffee are sold in Mumbai every day. Okay. Now, this one was a very simple, I solved it in a very simple way because it is exactly for your entrance interviews. If it was for a placement interview, it would have been a lot different. Okay. Now, coming to the next problem, it is of revenue modeling. The annual revenue of multiplexes in India. Again, you can pause the screen, pause the video for 5 minutes. We will come to the solution later. Now, since this is our fourth guesstimate, many of you have your hands practiced on guesstimates. Now what we will do is we are going to solve this. So first is we will clarify the scope. Okay, the question comes to multiplexes in India. So India is there. Annual revenue, so 1 year. Okay, and revenue of course will be in rupees. If it was something else, then we could have talked about units. But since it's about revenue, revenue is in rupees. Now total population, we will go in a way where we take a look at the total population. The total population of India is 140 CR. Okay. We will assume that the multiplex goers are 20%, so target audience is 28 CR. Okay. Now the audience of 28 CR will go 3 times a year. Okay. So we have 84 CR visits, 84 crore visits. Okay. If every visitor pays somewhere around 250 rupees, then the number comes out to be 2100 CR. Okay. Now we have to take one thing here. We have to be Now the thing that we have to be mindful of here is that, see, came to this number very simply. What we could have also done is we could have segmented this 140 CR population into 3 segments: lower income, high income, and middle income. And from there, for each and every, let's say, segment, we could have assumed a population percentage that goes to multiplexes. And in that, we can also have segregated them into this percent of this population goes to multiplexes 5 times a year. This percent of this population goes there 2 times a year, and this segment of this population goes there once a year or never during a year. But since this was again an entrance solver thing, you can do it very simply. But again, if you want to incorporate some level of complexity, I will be very open to seeing them in the comment section. Now, coming to the final question of today, estimate the weight of fries sold by McDonald's in India per year. Now, this is from a very reputed Bschool's case interview book where the estimates were also attached. Take a look at this, pause the screen for 5 minutes, come up with your best solution. My solution will of course be very simple, but if your solution is more complex, kudos to you. So your time starts now, 5 minutes on the time. Now, hoping all of you have solved it to some level. Now, this one has to be a little bit complicated. So let us assume that there are a total of 500 let's say outlets in the entirety of India. Now, if you know the number of districts around in India is somewhere around that number. There are 545 constituencies and around 600 odd districts. So the number of outlets being at 500 is a safe assumption because a place like Delhi will have a lot of outlets, whereas a rundown or let's say a very small district will have no McDonald's outlets. Okay. Let us assume that each and every day there are 500 people who walk into a McDonald's store. There are 500 people who walk into a McDonald's store, and 60% of them order fries. Okay. Now that footfall comes to somewhere around 250,000. That is 2.5 lakhs. That is footfall. In that we take 60% conversion. Okay, that's 60% of people who walked there. This will be 500 into 500 is of course 25 into 10 to the power 4. That is 22.5 lakhs. And then 60% of them ordered fries. Some of them also ordered burgers. So fries, that is 1.5 lakh customers. Okay. Now 1.5 lakh orders into 100 gram per order, that is 15,000 kgs. Okay. That into 365 days is 5475 tons. Okay. This was our answer. Now you can also do a sanity check, that is 30 kg per store per day. That's about 300 fries order per store per day. This is reasonable. Okay. Now, what I did not do was that there are 3 types of fries: small, medium, and large. You could have also segmented into that. and that would have made your calculation a little bit more complex, but you would have gained more marks. So if you have any of you have any better approaches to this guesstimate or want to make it a more comprehensive solution, I would be welcome to taking a look at these in the comments. Now, coming to one bonus guesstimate that I have prepared for you. You can again pause the screen for 5 minutes. This is the last question most likely. And this is the bonus question. Estimate the number of ads streamed on YouTube India per day. Okay. Your time starts now. You can pause it for 5 minutes. Now, hoping that all of you were able to get to a number. Now, let's assume that the total number of internet users in India is 80 CR. That is a safe assumption. YouTube users are 70%, that is 56 crores. And daily active is a 50% of that, that is 28 crore number of users are there every day. Now, there are 28 CR users. Each and of them will watch 5 videos. That is 140 CR video views. And each video, if it has 2 ads that are shown, then it comes to around 280 CR ads. Okay. Now, final estimate is also 280. I'm sorry, this was cut because of a PPT error, but the answer is 280 CR. Okay, now what you could have also done is that since here we were just talking about the number of ads, we could have also asked them if we want to see the duration of ads. Then you could have taken 3 or 4 kinds of ads. There are 5 seconds ads, and there are 30 minutes, 30-second ads too. There are skippable, non-skippable ads. You could have also gone into that. If you want to go into that, I'm open to that in the comments, but that is up to you. Uh, Coming to the sanity check, it comes to around 3.5 ads per internet user per day. This is also a safe number to assume. So again, it passes the sanity check. And yeah, if you go with these approaches, you will be able to nail a guesstimate with a decent level of preparation, decent level of quality in an MBA entrance interview. The main problem that the students were facing is that they were jumping directly to a number. That is not something that you have to do. Even if you show some level of calculation, some level of segmentation, the panel will be more than happy to select you for the MBA cohort. Now, what was common in all of this? We clarified, we segmented, we assumed logically, and we did a sanity check. Okay, this is the entire theory that is needed in a guesstimate. Now, what is the final takeaway? That guesstimates are not about guessing. It is just a structured breakdown where you take logical assumptions, do calculations in a calm manner, and are very confident when you speak. When you don't know the numbers, you just need to show them how you think. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this session. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel and leave comments giving me a feedback of how the session was. See you again in the next session. I think there might be one more session about trade, or let's say foreign trade, for all the colleges that are into an international, giving an international business degree. Best of luck. Hope to see you next time.